So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders, wherever you are in the world. Victor's FX here, and last week was a very good week. This week we're having a little bit of weekly outlook. For those of you that were able to catch some trades from last week analysis, kudos to you. For those of you that were not able, you're tuned in again. Very soon I'm going to break down how to get entries, because we know how to get direction, but the entries is where I see a lot of people having some issues. On EURUSD there were some great plays, guys. I'm not even gonna lie, there was some great plays. This was a zone marked out on EURUSD last week. This zone right here was marked out, and at the end of the day, it's actually there was no accumulation at this zone, so we ended up taking our trades from this zone down here. Okay, we took our trades from that zone down there. Yeah, in a small reaccumulation, and then price was able to what go higher. Now, for those of you that don't know what the reaccumulation is, I'm just going to go through it in a very short period of time. Let's just go down to that zone where the reaccumulation happened. Let's just see if I can locate it. Okay, the fuck, let me be, you guys. What's the fuck wrong with you guys? Okay, that's trading view. Sorry guys. So now the reaccumulation is just a point where the market has been bearish. Okay, for example, you can see this market has been on EURUSD. Everybody was selling, okay, and then the market made this break down here. Okay, and I saw the first break of market structure. I was like, yes, it looks nice, but that break of market structure was not really significant to me. Now the break of market structure that was actually crazy for me was this break of market structure here, okay, on the 1 minute time frame, remember. So I was like, okay, this is a full reaccumulation. This stuff right here is a full reaccumulation. So there were entries right about this zone right here. We had some nice entries here, okay, and then stop loss was under this zone here. Okay, if you are wondering why we got an entry there, it was because of what, this demand zone right here. Okay, there was a little bit of absorption, but that was the zone where we got the trade from. Believe it or not, that trade was actually executed, and this was what, the upside potential, very crazy upside potential on EURUSD. I don't even want to talk too much about it. We're not here to brag or whatever. We're just here to show. I'm just here to give you a quick market outlook for the week. So on EURJPY, this was the zone sent out last week. I talked about this zone becoming bullish from this zone on EURJPY, and price went higher. Okay, now a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, it went lower, it's now bearish. Good luck then. If you're trying to sell EURJPY, I just wish you the best of luck for the at the moment. I just wish you the best of luck, because I don't really see it selling off. Okay, so even if it's gonna sell off, it would have sold off now. It's just looking like a reaccumulation. But I'm not really gonna go over EURJPY too much, or USDJPY, which was this one was also sent out. I don't want to go over it too much, because I'm not really gonna trade these markets next week. We just like to look for weekly outlooks on the markets we are going to be trading. And one of my subscribers, I don't know if he subscribed, but the person left a comment for GBPJPY. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a top-down analysis on GBPJPY to see what is going to happen next in the GBPJPY. So EURJPY, USDJPY, I'm just going to be leaving it. You know, last week we were very profitable on the both of them based on our analysis. So today we're just going to switch it up to GBPJPY. But before we do that, let's first of all do the weekly outlook on EURUSD. Yeah. So normally we like to use like the 1 hour time frame for what we are looking at. Last week, it's just as if the market is just coming to take notes from us. Yeah. It's crazy. Now the market did exactly what we were looking for on last week weekly outlook, which was to break this high and then what, mitigate and go higher. And then the next week, this was what we were looking at, which was the same thing that just held properly to take price higher. Okay, so guess what we are looking for the next week, and guess where our target is. Our target is this overall high of this market, where a lot of people are looking to sell. A lot of people are drawing what, supply zones, and looking to what, take the market short from that zone. That's not what we're looking for. You can see there, it is our target for price to come into. So most likely you are going to see some craziness happen in EURUSD. Now if I'm looking for a very sweet zone that I can buy off from, we can look at this zone down here for buying EURUSD. If price goes below there, we should reanalyze the bullishness of EURUSD. Now I'm not saying start selling. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh, you can even see I already started buying here, but price failed to make that high during Friday, so that was not feasible. Now don't just start selling. I like seeing this. I like this liquidation that happened here in the market, which took out a lot of sellers. Okay, so that was a very valid liquidation, which took out a lot of sellers in the market. Now everybody is still trying to sell this market, maybe to come down to this zone, which is Very, very bad. To be honest, it's not, I can't say it's not that bad. It's very, very bad. Just wait for the reaccumulation to happen. Reaccumulation meaning what? Price has taken out all the weak-handed sellers and buyers, and then what? Wait for this break of this zone right here. Okay, wait for that break. Then you could even wait for the second break to be much more sure on the market, and then what? Follow the mitigation to take this high. Okay, 98%, I'm much 99% sure that this market is gonna reach up into this zone. If it's not next week, it's gonna be the other week. So even if this market starts breaking down, and comes to this lower zone, what should you be looking for in the market? What should you be freaking looking for? Look for what? This market to break this high right here, break this way, and go higher. Okay, that's what you should be looking for in this coming week that's coming. Nothing crazy, nothing special. We are still bullish on Euro USD. Yes, you heard it here first. We've been bullish from the start. We talked about how this market will be bullish from this zone down here. We'll be following the same bullishness up until this zone right here. Okay, so nothing confusing, nothing crazy about this coming week. We are still predicting bullishness. A lot of people are now looking at this as break of structure. I don't know how you guys want to trade it, but this is all we have for Euro USD. Okay, what? Break down here, break of structure to the top side, showing clear bullishness. So you just have to wait for the weak-handed sellers to be taken out. You see, some sellers have been taken out here. So you see that price starts breaking higher from here, or it comes down here to break what? Higher. So just learn reaccumulation, redistribution, and save yourself a lot of losses from your trades. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. Now we can just go for GBPJPY, just as the person commented in my video. Now I'm going to start this from the daily, just because we've not looked at this before and we want to just know the general direction of the market. Okay, so we just have to look at it this way. Okay, GBPJPY. Yeah. So ever since, I don't want to go to like four weeks or monthly time frame. This daily is very, very okay for me. There was a break low, there was a break high in this market. Actually, let me just go to the monthly and see where we, like the weekly or something. I just want to see the overall trend. Okay, the market went down. Nothing too crazy to look at here. So we could just go back to the daily time frame, and you can see this market has been bullish. Okay, it has been bullish. Nothing you can tell me about it. It has been going up. What does bullishness mean? Breaking higher. Okay, so this is crazy. This was the zone. Okay, I just don't want to talk too much about it. So the market has just been reaccumulating. Sorry, that is what, taking out a lot of weak-handed sellers and what, breaking to the top side. Taking weak-handed sellers, breaking to the top side. Same thing, mitigation, break to the top side. And then you can see here another taking out of weak sellers, breaking to the top side. So what does this mean for us after looking at all of this? You can see the analysis, less than 3 minutes, less than 1 minute. We're already done analyzing the weekly, the daily time frame of this stuff. Now this is the last zone we got here on GBPJPY on the daily time frame, yeah. And we could even we could refine it to this last down push before the up push in the market. And then you can see the market, what the market did. Sorry about that. You can see what the market did. Liquidated lower and what, broke higher. Okay, leaving this demand zone right here, leaving this nice demand zone here on the daily. And you can see ever since price tapped into that zone, it has been what, bullish. Okay, it has been bullish after it tapped into that zone, and there's been a valid break of structure here. And then on the, as you can see on the monthly time frame, there's this little candle here. Doesn't mean you're going to sell into it, yeah. So now on the daily, we could just go down to the 4 hours to see how many more details you can see in the market. Now that zone here is not too bad to look for buys, but at the same time we have to consider what the market is doing. On the 4 hour time frame, I can't really see much. I can see that the market is broke lower here, and then there should be some kind of accumulation on the lower time frame here. But the much more realistic push is that after this liquidation, we still want to expect price to continue bullish. Okay, but if it does get into this zone, okay, it might accumulate. If it does not accumulate at that zone, just wait for price to do its thing, get into the deeper demand zone, which is going to be this final demand zone right here with mitigation. Or we could just use something right here, something along these lines. So if it does get back into that zone, which is less likely, it's good to take a buy from there. But right now we could just go down to the 1 hour time frame on GBPJPY to see what we are looking for. Okay, now GBPJPY is a bit tricky one here. there was what? A break lower, break higher, and then a break lower once more, showing some signs of redistribution. So before we can easily admit to GBPJPY being fully bullish, we have to wait for what? Reaccumulations. So now price has broken lower this way. So you need to get price to break above this zone here, which is what? A supply zone, or whatever you want to call it, a structural lower high or whatever. So we need price to break above that zone this way. There's a new tool I found that is quite beautiful. It breaks this way, breaks low, breaks this way. Okay, so when we get this double break, you can expect mitigations to continue taking price higher. But just blindly buying this market is not really the best option. Blindly buying it is not the greatest option here. So if we can get a break of that high, mitigation low, break, I normally like to start buying after the second break. So this is the first break, break 1 here. This is going to be the break what? The break 2. So after that, look for any demand zone here to take price higher. Else, this market is just going to go lower. You can hear me saying else because we are not the market makers. We are not the one who are going to tell the market, you are going to do this, you are going to do that. Yeah, we are not the ones doing that. Now, if you want to look at any other markets, maybe US30, GBP, AUD, any of those weird pairs, you want us to do weekly outlook on them, feel free to join us. Okay. Otherwise, these are just the 2 pairs that I was able to go over because this is what I had to look at. This week I'm just going to be trading EURUSD. I don't want to trade the other JPY pairs because the broker I'm using right now is not really that. The spreads are not that great, so I don't want to complicate things for myself. So this is GBPJPY in a nutshell. Break lower. We want to see that reaccumulation complete. Else, this distribution here, which is the break high and break low, might take price into this. Into this zone before we start seeing accumulation signs for price to go higher. So on the lower time frames, you have to be a lot more careful and a lot more observant. Okay. Also on EURUSD, there's another thing that can happen. It might not get to our zone, so we are marking out the zone. Does not mean price has to get to it. If price starts going lower, breaks low and starts breaking high, what do you think the market is going to do? It's going to reverse back to this zone? No. The more likeliness is what? It's going to come here and start going higher. That's the usefulness of knowing reaccumulations. We know we are bullish, but reaccumulations is what's going to hold our trades together and it's what's going to make us profitable. Okay, so this is just a fast breakdown on EURUSD, GBPJPY. Okay, so yeah, EURJPY we are still bullish. USDJPY we are in between. I don't want to say bullish or bearish, but USDJPY is most likely bullish at the moment. So we just want to see how the market reacts to be able to conclude on what we want to do. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and hopefully you guys learned something. Make some money this week, or the one you can stick around, subscribe to get the training on how to get entries. Not selling anything to anybody because I'm just doing this for fun, guys. I love trading, so I just want to waste my time doing something else other than always looking at the charts and so on. So yeah, love you guys and see you in the next video. Stay blessed, guys.